dia macam chapter fizik saja, tak ada apa sangat lah kan. Kalau saya tengok macam senang lah. So we look at the notes first. Okay, you only need to learn about two graph type of. Okay, the first one we learn about distance time graph and second one is speed time graph. Yeah. So what is the difference? It's the axis. Okay, different at the axis. The first one we have distance, the second one we have speed. Dia punya graph ni, paksi X dia mesti with time and Y axis mesti jarak ataupun apa namanya distance ataupun speed lah untuk Y axis. Dia tak boleh tukar. Tak boleh distance dekat belah X axis, tak boleh time dekat Y axis. Dia memang macam ni Dia kena fix Okay. So we look through the answer of the first one. Draw the distance time graph of the following table. Okay, this one is very easy. I think all of you must have the correct answer for this one. Okay, so dia dah bagi kamu data, coordinate of time and distance. So you just need to draw. Okay, so kita draw sahaja. So this is the answer for the first one. Make sure when you have your time, when you equal to 0. So this is your time equal to 0. And then you have a distance 160. Okay, you need to plot first. So this is the first plot. There, titik yang pertama ni. And then second one you ada 0.5. Okay, kalau 0.5 dia punya distance mesti 120 lah. Alright, and then etc lah. Pastikan you plot first. Step 1 mesti plot. Okay, after plot you need to draw your line. So step 1 you need to plot first. And then barulah you draw lah. Okay, boleh So B dia ada distance and time. Tapi time dia dalam bentuk digital 0800 0900. Okay, so we look through the answer. Okay, so this is the answer. So the same thing. So you must make sure that your plot is right. Okay, and then axis is right. Dia punya waktu time dekat x axis, jarak distance dekat y axis lah. And then you need to plot every points and then you need to draw the graph That one for second one. And then for C, okay, this one is for C. I think you shouldn't have a problem with this one. Okay, ada masalah ke? Boleh Alright. Okay. Kalau ada masalah beritahu lah sebab saya nak turunkan sampai nombor 2. Okay, number 2. Complete the distance time graph based on the following table. So this one it gives you the table. You need to complete the picture here. So tengok pada dia punya distance ni. When distance is 0, so time is 0. So kat sinilah you plot kan. So when time is 3 seconds, so distance is 50. 6 seconds, distance is 50. So what you should have dekat sini, you kena ada satu apa ni yang sama lah. So this one sebenarnya dia punya gradient apa? Gradient kita akan panggil gradient. Siapa tahu gradient dia apa?
0.
Betul. Siapa bagi tahu tu? Okay, gradient dia 0 gradient.
Saya share.
Ketik saja. Okay, thank you. And then from 9 to 12, apa you ada apa nama gradient kat sini? Positive gradient. Okay? Okay, bagus. So the next one, gambar semua. Okay, so 15 to 30, you ada from 15 to 30 seconds, you ada jarak 4 distance and 2. So here you have what we call, what is the gradient we call this one? This one. This one we call it as negative gradient. And then you have from 50 to 45, you have a zero gradient, zero, and then you have, okay, this for number 2, right? Okay. Tapi you all kena study lah buku teks pasal yang tadi tu. Mungkin yang tu tambahan. Kan editor dia dapat yang terkini tu. Okay, so kita look at the formula. Speed is equal to distance over time, total distance over time. Okay, so number 4. This one Okay, ni senang. Ni kamu boleh check Okay, calculate the speed in the first 11 seconds. So you just use the formula. Speed is equals to distance over time. So you dah tahu kan, kalau distance over time ni you ada jarak akhir tolak jarak awal kan. Ini sekolah ke waktu form 2 you belajar lah benda ni. Okay, so jarak akhir kamu ada 18 minus 0 over time 11 minus 0 It's very easy. Faham for the first one? Okay. And then that one is 1. Bagus. And then second one, calculate the rate of change of the distance in the last 4 seconds. So where is the last 4 seconds? From where to where? Okay, the last 4 seconds is from 16
to 20.
20 second kat sini Okay, bagus. So you tengok pada 20 kita punya distance become 0. So that's why 0 come first. Okay, akhir tolak dengan awal. So 0 minus dengan dekat time 16 you ada 18 meter of distance. So 0 minus 18 over 20 minus 16. So you akan dapat negative 4.5 meter per second. Right? So describe the motion So you boleh tukar sini, movement ni tukar jadi motion. Describe the motion of the particles in the last 4 seconds. Okay, so dia nak tahu last 4 seconds ni apa terjadi, you kena describe lah. So jawapan dia ada bagi kat situ. The particle move for 18 meter with a speed of 4.5 meter per second in the last 4 seconds. Dia punya ayat lah. This one ada dekat dalam buku teks. This one. Textbook. Dia ada bagi sebiji of question. You nampak tak dia punya graph tu mula-mula dia jadi positive gradient. Naik kan? And then jadi zero gradient, dia mendata. Lepas tu dia jadi negative gradient dia ni sebenarnya. Kalau lah saya jadi orang lah, saya dekat zero ni. Lepas tu saya naik atas, saya statik, saya turun bawah. Maksudnya apa? Maksudnya kita sebenarnya
Patah balik.
Betul. Okay. Word dia patah dan balik. Maksudnya kita pergi ke tempat asal tu. Okay. One, you need to understand about this graph, jarak masa ni. Distance and time. Boleh Boleh. Tahu dia kat buku teks memang dah sebut lah. Okay. Kalau kita tengok B pula, dia bagi calculate the speed in the first 3 seconds is very easy. So 8 minus 0 over 3 minus 0. Very easy 2.67. And then calculate the rate of change of distance in the last 7 seconds. So where is the last 7 seconds? From 5 to 12. Alright. So you guna formula distance over time. So you ada kat situ 12 minus 8 over 12 minus 5 lah. Okay. So 0.57 meter per second. And then state the motion of the particle from the 3rd to the 5th second. Okay, so from the 3rd to 5th second you ada zero gradient. So that means you are not moving anywhere. Okay. So your particle does not move lah. Okay. So that one is for B. Alright. So we move on. Number 5. Number 5 you ada. Number 5 ada tak?
Ada.
Ada. Okay, number 5 Okay, so you ada. So kita tengok graph ni. Okay, so yang berapa? Given the distance line graph for the journey of Amin and Haikal, the straight line OP represents Amin's journey from town X to town Y. Maksudnya OP pergi tahun X, tahun Y kat sini dia dah bagi tahu. OP tahun X ke Y. OP adalah X pergi Y. Okay, and then QR adalah Haikal daripada Y ke X. QR Haikal use the same route. Okay, state the distance in kilometer of town Y from town X. From town Y, from town X. Distance. Berapa distance dia?
110.
110 lah kan? Sebab dia punya perjalanan tu daripada X ke Y terus. Macam ni tengok. Dia dah bagilah dari bandar Y ke bandar X, kita guna garis lurus OP. So O tu faham kan? Okay, so 110. Okay, find the time Amin and Haikal meet each other. So that means in the
Section.
what? Intersection what?
Point.
This one intersection point is at kilometer kat 65 kan?
Time.
Tapi dia nak apa? Dia nak cari masa, find the time. So masa dia berapa? 1100 kan? Betul tak?
Yes.
Okay, so 1100 masa dia jumpa. Okay, betul eh? Okay, number 3, find the distance when they meet from town Y. Maksudnya, apa maksud they meet from time Y ni? Macam mana tu? Kenapa dia 110 minus 65 in this case? Sebab Sebab 110 dekat bandar Y kan? Betul tak?
Yes.
110 dekat bandar Y. Dekat 65 ni dia on the way So dia kata find the distance when they meet from town Y. Jadi from town Y, you tolak dengan distance yang dia dah terserempak tadi tu. Dekat masa 1100. So that's why 110 km minus 65, you akan dapat 45 km lah. And then last sekali dia kata calculate Haikal speed. So Haikal ni is OP or QR Haikal? Haikal is QR, betul tak?
Betul.
Dia bagi
Betul.
ada garis lurus QR mewakili perjalanan Haikal kat situ. So dia tak faham. You cari Haikal speed tu QR. Okay, speed apa formula tadi? Distance over time kan? So distance divide by 2.5 here. Can anyone answer me? What is 2.5? Okay, 2.5 is actually the duration of time. Kamu takkanlah kamu nak 10 ni masa 10, 12.5. Jadi dia punya bagi masa jam 10 sampai 12.5. So itu masanya adalah 2.5 jam lah, 2.5 hours. So you need to divide, okay, distance over time. So you akan dapat 44 km per hour. Okay, understand? Kan? Senang tak? Senang kan?
Senang
Senang.
sebab kita dah tahu sikit-sikit.
Okay, yang ini pula. Kan? You guys dah ambil fizik betul tak?
Betul.
Okay.
Betul.
Okay, kita dua ni, B dengan C. Okay, you check answer first. Ada tak anything goes wrong and then you may discuss here. Check dulu. Kalau tak ada cakap tak ada Check dulu B dengan C. Okay, I think for B tak ada masalah lah. B1 okay, first 20 minutes okay, sebab senang je, straightforward. And then rate of change in the last 30 minutes should be okay. So that means from 60 to 90 kan. Okay. The average speed in kilometer per hour. So average that means you need to total up Total up the distance and then divide by time kan. So time dia ada 90 masa. Jumlah masa 90 minit. Tapi apa masalah kat sini sebab dia nak dalam average speed in hour kan. So your time is in minute. Okay. So that's why you need to divide by 36. Sebab 1 jam ada 60 minit. Kamu kena bahagi 60 kat sini That's why 90 divide by 60 kat sini. Okay. Okay, kenapa kat sini 16 minus 4 plus 16 kat sini? Ni. 0 to 20. So 0 to 20 dia punya jarak daripada 4 to 16. So tolakkan dulu. Okay, lepas tu from 20 to 60 dia tak bergerak mana-mana.
Gradient.
So tak, gradient 0 dia tak gerak mana-mana. So biar je lah Tapi daripada 60 ke 90 dia bergerak lagi 16 kilometer So you add tambah 16 So this one be careful. Saya rasa number 3 ni mungkin ramai yang salah. Okay. Okay, kalau C, number 1 ni shouldn't be a problem. The speed in the first 4 seconds shouldn't be a problem. And then last 6 seconds also shouldn't be a problem. Tapi average speed you need to very careful. So this one dia nak, tapi ni tak bagi tahu pun. The average speed dia tak bagi tahu dalam apa, hour ke, minutes ke. So you tak payahlah tukar So buat je pada 10 seconds sebab dia tak payah tukar. So kita tengok pada dia punya distance. Okay, kenapa dia 17 minus 5 plus 17? Sebab from 0 to 4 according to the graph, okay, you ada jarak 47 kan? So you tolakkan Ni dia punya jumlah jarak dia. And then from 4 second to 10 second, you bergerak selama 17 meter lagi. Sebab tu dia tambah dengan 17 kat sini. Okay? Boleh Okay, so D and E. Okay, D and E. Check dululah. Okay, D and E, you shouldn't be a problem. The speed in the first 3 seconds, the same thing. And then 2 Roman also the same thing. Sama saja, 0.57. Okay, and then last kali jawapan dia, the duration when the speed of particle is 0. The duration when the speed of particle is 0. Apa maksud dia tu? Speed laju zarah itu adalah sifar.
Dia tak gerak.
Laju zarah itu apa maksud dia? Kalau speed 0 dia tak bergerak kan? Kalau speed 0 that means the particle is not moving. Okay, that's why you kena tengok dekat jarak yang 0 ni lah, 0 gradient So dia nak tempoh dia 5 minus 3 equals to 2. Okay. And then last kali E, the speed in the first 11 second. Okay. Senang saja. And then rate of distance in the last 4 second pun senang. Tolakkan bahagi dengan jawapan yang betul. And then last one, the average speed for the whole journey. So you have total time 20 seconds. Tak ada masalah. Okay, we look at the distance. So from 0 to 11 seconds, you have traveled about 18 meters. So that's why you have 18 here. From 11 seconds to 16, you still have the same distance. But this one is 0 gradient. That means you are not moving anywhere. Okay. And then from, that's why we don't have to add another 18 for the second one. And then from the 16 to 20 seconds, you travel again 18 meter, okay? But in your original position, you akan patah balik lah. So that's why only 18 plus 18 sahaja kat situ So you akan dapat 1.8 meter per second. Okay, adakah soalan lagi untuk 7.1 tu? Tak ada kan?
Tak ada teacher.
So that means we already finish untuk this one.